the haunted, but it's haunted, right? The Comedy Store. Don't
Yeah, yeah,
you
that's what
believe
they
that?
say.
Have you ever seen chairs move? Or
I hate that I have, but I did see a little something one time. It was the crazy. I hate that I saw it because it makes you
yeah,
sound
you know what?
crazy.
Just always tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I always just, they got mad at me for telling the truth about the Trump dinner. I was like,
Yep.
I'm just gonna tell the truth, and so just tell the truth. I understand your apprehension because it's like, well, then people say I'm this moron who believes in ghosts.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't a moron, and no one thinks I am. And I'm the first to say, I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but I know so many people who are not crazy people. They're not religious, and they weren't drunk. They swear to me, and they saw something that is just, for lack of a better word, some sort of ghost or
Yeah.
spirit. So what is your
I
story?
had been there
I
about
have not.
I hadn't either. Like I said, it's one of those wacky things where you're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And it hits you differently than you think it would when it happens. And I don't even know. Maybe it wasn't. It could have been anything. But it's funny because everybody, especially when you work there, especially when you work there all day and all night, like I was when I got there at 22 years old, the whole first year or so, I was looking for one and hoping to see one. I'm not stoned every night, looking around the corners, feeling creeped out. I'd be the one that shut off the lights in the rooms, and you'd be looking and you didn't see anything. And then one day, middle of the damn day, sun blazing, it's like 1, 2, 3 p.m., somewhere in there. And I took a break from the phones to go smoke a cigarette. So you have to walk like down a hall and through the dark belly room because all those lights are off during the day. And when I broke the pathway into the belly room, there was just a weird feeling that happened. And then this human height looking jellyfish, like vibrating, kind of see-through, but like it's kind of, I don't even know how to describe, kind of jellyfish-esque, just this weird blob.
A ghost.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it. I know.
Beating around the bush.
I know. It
look,
drives me crazy.
If it happened to Abbott and Costello, I believe it. If it happened to the Bowery Boys, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah. Here's the crazy part of the story, is I didn't tell anybody. You ready for this? This is where shit gets weird. I didn't tell anybody at all because I didn't want anybody thinking, oh, Tony's high or nuts or almost passed
were you
out or
high?
whatever. No, not at that time.
Even if you were, I got to say, and
yeah.
this wouldn't hold up in court, but the truth is different than what holds up in court. The truth is, I don't know. Yes, I guess when I was 19 and I got high for the first few months, and it was just almost an out-of-body experience. But I've been smoking for 50 years. I could be high.
Exactly.
And I still don't see ghosts.
Yep.
And I'm not close. I wish I could get that high.
Yep. Same.
So,
I'm at 22 years of smoking pot every day.
If you, if you say, even if you were high, I still don't think it would make you see a ghost. I mean, it's not. It doesn't make us hallucinate.
Exactly. Exactly.
So how long were you there in the room with the ghost?
I'd say probably 5 to 10 seconds. And
you froze, or you
froze, and then I walked away. You would think you would run,
right?
But you don't feel. But
it did stay there the whole time.
Yeah.
It didn't go first.
It didn't go first.
Well, I think that says something about the ghost.
It looked like it was. There wasn't like a face to it or anything.
Right.
But it looked like the way it moved. It seemed like it was surprised to see me, as I was to see it.
I'm sure. Well, yeah, I'm sure it was. I mean, it's not going to have a face. It's not Robert Downey. It's not a rom-com. It's a ghost. But the belly room, which you referenced there, by the way, that's for people who don't know the Comedy Store. It has 3 rooms, but the main room, which is like the big room, and then the original room, which is a smaller room, but also, the same comics play it. It's all good comedy. And then the upstairs, the belly room, which was the room for women comics.
Yep.
So what's the ghost doing hanging out in the women's locker room?
Exactly. So I walk away and I don't tell anybody. This is where shit gets crazy. Is later that night, the house piano player of 35 years or whatever, Jeff Scott,
Wow.
is we always had a tradition where right before we opened the doors, because I would switch from being a phone guy to the front door guy at 7:30 or whatever. We'd set up the chairs. He would set up his piano, his keyboard and everything and get the room right. Then we'd have the room right. And then we'd go smoke a bowl. We'd come back to the original room and open the doors. And I'd see people and he'd be playing the fucking ragtime on the piano. So this is where things get interesting. The exact same day that I saw whatever the hell I saw, we're going to smoke. He's walking ahead of me. He walks through the bar. We're going to the back to Sacred Ground, that little alleyway. He gets ahead of me because I'm saying hi to a waitress in the bar area. And then by the time I'm almost to that door, he's walking by me, now this direction, like he had seen a ghost. And I go, Jeff, where are you going? We're smoking. He goes, whoa. And he snaps out of it. And he goes, dude, I just saw something crazy. I go, what did you see? And I'm fucking tripping in my head because I literally am going, please don't fucking say a white kind of blobby jellyfish looking thing.
Well, actually, it's better if it's just one
yeah,
ghost.
yeah.
Was it?
It was.
So it was the same ghost.
Same exact thing,
Yeah.
except this time it was outside and it moved how he said that my thing moved, which is kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, the other thing it could be is an alien.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, I get the inclination to go, oh, please, that people might be thinking or that we might be thinking about ourselves. But I'm sorry, like I say, I've just heard this from too many times from people, and there's just nothing wrong with saying, I don't fucking know. And the alien theory, also, there's nothing unscientific about the possibility that there is other life in the universe, or that such life has been monitoring us, or that such life is already among us. I always say everything that happens in movies then happens in real life. You know, the premise of what's the big one where they're Will Smith and Men in Black.
Yes.
Men in Black, yeah. You know, it's not like that. But could it be? Yes. Why wouldn't it be?